Here I have a Nintendo DS Lite that I'm gonna be working on. It came, but didn't come in. I bought like 10 of these a long time ago, back when things were cheap. I bought like 10 of these for like $70. So I'm trying to work on these so I could resell them and make them look like brand new. But anyways, this one, old notes, shows charge, then nothing. It's also missing the bumpers or bumper buttons, whatever, the little buttons on top. Doesn't have a battery. I already put a battery in this, and just to confirm those notes from like 2 years ago, it does not charge. So I'm gonna open it up and check it out. So of course the camera wasn't recording while I opened the DS Lite. But anyways, just in case you're wondering what the hell this is right here, this is the connector for the power on the board that was just, it just fell off, literally just fell off. It took a leg with it. That's what I'm doing right here. I carved into the connector itself because I don't have a replacement for it. Or I do, but I don't want to destroy another one just to get this. And I'm not trying to order it and get freaking screwed on tariffs. So I'm just going to fix this one. It's only one leg that's missing. That's what I'm doing right here. This is the connector, and I just added some solder onto that. Just a little bit. We don't need a whole lot. I had to grind into it to be able to expose that pad. Now I'm just going to be cleaning this up. And of course, I'm going to have to use some kind of special holder to be able to solder this tiny connector. Right now, when the camera zooms out, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So right here, I'm using like a hair, the size of a hair. This jumper wire has to be super thin. And I have to be careful not to burn the plastic. And right there, I got it. This shot looks like it's easy, but actually took me like a couple tries to get it. Right now we're gonna zoom out and you're gonna see this is the connector right here that just came off. Luckily I didn't take any pads with it, so I'm just gonna settle it down, put some flux into this. It's only a couple of pads that I have to connect. I'm not gonna diagnose further because this is the first thing that I saw as soon as I opened it. So I'm gonna do this first and then see if it powers on, and if it doesn't power on, then I'm gonna have to come back and check other components. Right here, that's the little wire hair that you saw me solder earlier that goes onto that pad. That's the pad that was missing. After a quick cleanup, I'm going to put everything back together and I'm going to test this handheld to see if it works or not. So this is what we were working on. Here's the Game Boy Advance cart, just for reference on the size of that connector that we just soldered right there. So just so that I'm able to test this before assembling. Well, actually I'm not gonna assemble because I'm gonna change everything on this. You can see right here, look at the shell. It looks like it's been through hell. Just to be able to test it and make sure that it's working before we shell swap this Game Boy. We're gonna test this first, putting the battery right here. Make sure it's the way it's supposed to be. Now let's flip it over. You know what? Let's connect this connector right here. So I'm sure that battery's gonna be dead. But this game won't start if it doesn't detect the battery. So there's a battery, there's a connector. Let's flip it over. Where's that connector that we soldered? It's right here. Bam, there we go. And it has a shitty top screen, of course. Of course, you fix one thing and now there's another. It's the same thing like having a BMW, right? You can't get away with it. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I'm not going to record the whole changing the screen out on this because that's gonna take forever. And if anybody has done a shell swap on these consoles, you know the hell that it is to do these. And yeah, that's it. See you later.